a couple people that's behind me that got to catch up. But wow, she just basically said he was mad and all, so he took the anger out on the baby. Probably didn't mean to do it that much. And then it was like he meant to hurt the baby, but not meant to kill the baby. And then I'm pretty sure he most likely called her and was like, "Hey, this
for
and
her
this."
To come home. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to come home. So yeah.
And then that's what I'm saying. When she got there, that's when he told her, like, "Oh, that's what I did to Amari." So now she already cried and did whatever she did, but she still defended him. To me, like, I feel like she loved her son, but she really didn't want him because she left him like with him.
Yeah, that's still an unanswered question.
And she ain't been crying. She ain't got no like emotions.
Cause she dealing with anger now, and
she should be still crying.
But she's
and if she knew,
I don't know what she's dealing with, but she
exactly.
I know it's a lot though.
She should be telling on this.
But apparently, if they in a pimping relationship, he already had control of her, so she is coming out of something of being controlled. Basically, that's just the truth. That's not defending nobody, but then there's still other allegations against.
Like she hurt. She probably doing a cry, but she just.
What you think, son? That's what you think?
Love is lost.
He was upset that I had left him.
Okay. And so, did you say that meaning, somebody's going to come get him because I'm mad at you and I'm just going to take him?
No.
No, I mean just, okay.
Just, if he needed help or if, to come get some more of my stuff or I never intended for anyone to come and get him more.
Okay. And can you just kind of clarify that? I mean, again, I know that people are going to hear that and say, well, she's saying this and saying that. I mean, so you didn't tell, I mean, what exactly did you tell him? Who was?
So this man walked off the interview, big red flag. That tells you right there. So he probably come to the point to where he like, man, this is it, like Michael Jackson. You feel me? It's for like, so he probably already thinking in his head that he messed up, of course, but now he's really thinking, do I run? How do I do this? Do I turn myself in? And he probably thinking he's thinking his final thought of what he's gonna do. And then since he left, now she's telling the deeper side of the story.
Right.
This is when she's, because that's where the fear factor comes in. Because she should have said that from the jump.
Right.
But when he walks off, she gets more comfortable.
Let's watch her.
Who's gonna come or who wasn't?
When me and Terrell had our disagreement of me being gone, I had texted back and said that I had said that somebody will be by and I'll let you know when. But I never clarified for what, for who, for anything. And I never even contacted anybody to come get him or, nothing. And so when she did show up, he had that in the back of his head, so he thought that's what I meant when I never gave permission to anybody to come and take him.
And why did you say that? Because you were upset?
We were both upset, and, just he pokes the bear, I poke the bear back.
Okay. And you're talking about your boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this whole story, it sounds confusing, it sounds like we're lying, it sounds like, it's a whole... It's just a big confusion,
right?
And
that's why she's still defending him.
Yeah, she going back and forth with it. But
I feel like the only reason why he turned herself in because she was gonna tell him.
Yeah, it's something. They were saying that they went into the went to go take a lie detector or something. Yeah. I got to get more into that part.
The circumstances of everything else. It makes it look that way too, but Terrell loves Amari like he's his own. He's been the one who's been taking care of Amari. Amari loves Terrell.
Or when they watch the interview,
right?
Because as soon as she go in, I guarantee you he gonna be like, "What you say? What you say?" Mm-hmm. And then she gonna say the good parts. Well, I said this, and then when they go back and watch, it's probably gonna be too late or whatever.
Just as much as he does. If you ask Terrell, he'll sit here and tell you that Amari has his DNA. that's how far he really feels that that's his son. And at this point, you can't sit here and say anything negative for a man to be taking care of another man's baby. You know, he's sitting here doing the job himself when Giorgio could have been doing that, but he chose not to.
Okay. So the intent of that comment was you were upset, and you were trying to kind of hurt him at the point. You said, I poked the bear, he poked the bear.
Basically. You know, you're in a relationship, you know everything about the person. You've been around them so long, you know their flaws, you know they're you know what makes them happy, what doesn't. So we're sitting here arguing, and you know we take it a little too far sometimes.
But you know, people are going to say, well, my gosh, why did he give the child to somebody he really didn't even know?
He never handed the baby off to anybody. She was standing in the door frame. It's a weekly, so it's all open floor plan and whatnot. So he had turned his back to go pack the bag and call me. And at that point, when he was calling me, I was asleep, so I couldn't hurry up and answer. So she grabbed Amari, because he's running around playing with his toys. She grabbed him and said she didn't need anything and rushed out the house. So by the time that I had answered, he ran downstairs, and she wasn't in the parking lot. She wasn't on the property. They were already gone.
Oh, so what floor were you on?
We're on the third floor.
You're on the third floor. Okay, so were both of them up on the third floor?
Right.
Amari and your boyfriend were both up there. And when did she take him? When he was upstairs, or was he somewhere else?
Upstairs. They were in the apartment the whole time. She stood in the door frame when she took him.
Okay, and then when did he see her take him?
Yes.
And then he didn't say anything because he thought somebody was coming, correct? And then they just left.
He was just trying to call me and understand what was going on, because he was clueless as well.
Yeah.
So by the time that I had answered the 1-2 minutes later, it was too late.
Okay. And did he see what kind of car she was driving or anything like that?
Nope.
Do you think that he shouldn't have given him to her?
He never.
When they zoom in on you, you are in deep waters. But look, I don't know why these people be coming with these corny old stories. So this man, he looked like he can run. It looked like he done ran from the police a couple times.
Right.
So you saying these people came and kidnapped the kid, and he really cared for this child. How did a woman get away from this man with a child and have to go down 3 flights of stairs? And then he didn't see the car. Like, what'd he do? Put on his shoes and go brush his teeth? Huh, son? Come on, man.
Gave her.
So she just took him, is what you're saying. He didn't physically say, here you go.
No, he wasn't even able to give her any of his belongings. She took him and left.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anything else that you want to say? What else did I miss, or what do you think is important for people to know?
I mean, Giorgio sitting over here posting pictures of him and Amari together, when those pictures was the one and only time that he ever met him, and that was a whole year and a half ago. And now they're posting a bail, or not a bail, they're posting a reward, and sitting here denying that they have Amari, sitting here pointing fingers at us, when, you know, if Terrell didn't even know that he had any siblings or knew any about his family background, why would he make up saying that his sister took him when he didn't even know that he had a sister? And Terrell didn't give the baby to nobody. Somebody came and took him. He, like I said, he loves Amari like he's his, and he's a complete mess over this. I'm a complete mess over this. We just want to bring our baby home. Right. And so, you know, we're asking for the public to just share the post on Facebook, share the news things, and let the word be out so everyone can be on the lookout for where Amari is, and if they see Amari, and to hurry up and bring him home, because his family misses him.
Have you talked to police lately? I mean, what are they telling you? What are you telling them at this point?
I mean, I'm giving the police everything of our knowledge of what's going on, our knowledge of where he could be at, and they're writing everything down, looking into everything, and they're doing the best that they can, and we're just trying to help influence them into looking into the right direction.
Okay, and do you think they're doing enough at this point? Or?
I feel like they could be doing a lot more. I mean, he was missing for 8 hours and nobody was looking for him because of a misunderstanding over the phone when they could have just made another phone call and verified.
So do you think they should have looked more right away and started a search at the right when you called?
Yes.
Okay. And anything else you want to say to people or any other thoughts that you have?
They probably went through the cameras. They probably just want police is
I just want him back. I just want him back where he need to be, back with us. Like people is making this a finger pointing game, and this is not a finger pointing game. My son is really missing, and that's how the family's handled it. They don't know where he is or what's going on, so. It's a lot.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna just jump in. Did you guys call? I know that the aunt called us, right? Did you guys call any media?
No, we weren't able to. We were dealing with police from...
Ever married or just?
No, we were just in a relationship.
When did like start going on? How long ago?
We were together 4th of July of 2018. Amari was born. I'm going to be a father now. But I told him that I wasn't going to take him to him until Amari was able to recognize who he was.
So you needed to do more things before you were trust him.
I chat with Amari, and then I said, okay, cool. And then once we go from there, we can work towards visits or whatnot. I mean, he lives 6.5 hours away. I'm not going to just go drop my son off at a stranger's house. And something happened and I'm 6.5 hours away and can't get to him.
Okay. So you chatted, you talked, he said he wanted
every day. And I said, that's fine. And he said, okay, so we're on the same page. And we'll go from there. And he just took things into his own hands.
So he wanted, but did you ever do anything with him?
No, because I was out of town. I didn't have him.
Oh, yeah.
So
you were talking about when you came back.
Yeah.
I do it. I didn't take anybody. I had nothing to do with that.
Disgusting because Amari doesn't know anybody. He's distraught. He's in a house full of people that he doesn't know who they are, and he doesn't know where his mommy and daddy are. And for this man to have Amari in hiding and not sitting here letting us know anything, like, at least let me know my baby's okay.
At least.
But we're not even getting that. You're not telling me that he's safe. You're not telling me that he's not harmed. You're not telling me that he's okay. Nothing. He needs medicine, and he's not able to get that.
What does he take medicine for?
He has asthma.
Did you have the asthma?
Yes, and he has a
and they didn't
broke out and he has a rash on his neck, and got medicine for his rash. He needs that.
He tried packing everything.
Okay. And they didn't even take it. And when she grabbed him, you didn't say anything? You say, hey, wait, or here's the bag, or wait, don't take him, or anything like that? What?
She basically just did that before I can say or do anything. I was already a step in the room, ready to on the phone with her and trying to pack a bag at the same time.
Yeah, but again, your understanding was somebody was coming to get him, so they just took him, and that was.
Tayler. I somewhat gave you a benefit of the doubt at first, man. Now I gotta change your heart. I'm just still boggled off the fact that you didn't went off your own story that you created in your head for a lie for this man, and then he created a story off of your lie, and then you ran with it and trying to cover up the murder of Amari. That's how I feel about it now. I mean, it's only right there in your eyes. You gotta make it make sense. Unless I don't make sense on the fact of that. But, this man didn't lie right here in your face off a story that you